Not every Thursday night game in the NFL is must-see TV, but this week's matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions certainly has the potential to be a great game. Detroit will be a 3-point favorite. The total sits at 53.5. The bookmakers are expecting to see some points. Dallas comes in with a record of 6-5-1. They're 7-5 against the spread. They've lost 4 of 6 on the road, but they're coming off 3 straight wins, most recently against Kansas City on Thanksgiving. They're actually coming off back-to-back wins over last year's Super Bowl teams, Kansas City and Philadelphia. This defense has improved greatly. Dallas just does not look like the same team they were in the first half of the season. Jerry Jones made some moves that have paid off. I know not everybody's a big fan of Jerry Jones, but I've got a soft spot in my heart for gamblers like Jerry Jones. Dak Prescott leads the NFL in passing by 400-plus yards. He's coming off of a big performance against Kansas City, 320 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick on 27 of 39 passing. Dallas is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 trips to Detroit. They're 6-1 straight up in their last 7 games against the Lions. They've gone over in 7 of their last 9 games overall. They've gone over in 8 of their last 11 road games. I like Dallas in this spot. The Cowboys don't look like a team that you want to bet against at the moment. We'll keep that in our back pocket. We're going to talk about the Detroit Lions, but before we do, let me tell you about a promotion we have available this weekend at WagerTalk.com. And we're going back to the Weekend Warrior, the good old Weekend Warrior. You get all college football on Saturday, all NFL on Sunday. We'll even throw in Monday Night Football, all for just $49. My football last weekend left a lot to be desired. We were on a big run. We were 100% perfect the previous week. I'm not sure we had any winners for you last weekend. So we're due. We're getting back on track this weekend with the conference championship games in college football and another big week of NFL. We did sweep the board on Monday night, so we've turned things around and we're looking to get back on track for the weekend. As always, there's no purchase necessary. You're more than welcome to tune in just for the free picks. I do ask that you take the time to smash that like button, though. That really helps me out. And I also encourage you, if you've got anything to say about this game, any other game in the NFL, college football, any other sport, anything you want to talk about, hit me up in the comments below. I enjoy hearing from the viewers, despite what some of you think. Let's take a look at what the viewers were saying this week. And this is something I have to address. After the Thanksgiving games, I know a lot of people were on the wrong side on Thanksgiving games, and there were some controversial calls. And I saw a lot of comments like this about the officials getting paid off. Sports gambling has ruined the NFL, this guy says. And I got to say, this is, first of all, it's just not true. Second of all, this is a loser mentality. You lose your bets, take responsibility for it. You know, don't blame the officials. Don't start blaming everybody else. And whatever you do, don't think that bad calls in NFL games is something to do with sports gambling. It's been going on. I've been on this planet for half a century. I've been seeing bad calls for the majority of that time, way before sports gambling has been anywhere close to legal. And I'll give you another example. When they had the replacement referees, when the officials were on strike, that I saw a lot of comments about, oh, these guys are terrible. I think people thought they were terrible. They were just normal. Human beings make mistakes. Referees make mistakes. It's a tough job. I hate bad calls as much as anybody, but don't start crying about it being rigged just because you had a bad day gambling. That's a loser mentality. Next comment. The video starts at 6:02. And, I run these videos for approximately 8 minutes. I talk about both teams in separate segments. And in the middle of the video, I review the comments. If you want to skip through the entire video and just get to the end where I say, take the under, you might as well just go to Twitter and get picks off of Twitter. The whole point of watching these videos is so that you can get my perspective 100% free, get whatever information, get the reasons why I'm leaning a certain way, my opinions about matchups and players. And if you start the video at 6:02, you miss the majority of that. So, I've seen a few people leave these comments. 90% of the comments are very positive. And this one's, it is what it is. You want to skip through the majority of the video. I would recommend against that. Now, I think if you want to skip through the video, just skip the whole thing. Let's put it that way. And finally, this fella says, dude, I'm starting to think you're butthurt about some of these comments. You need to spend more time talking about football. I've get a few comments like this, but the problem is, as I said, 90% of the comments are positive. Most people enjoy this segment where I read off the comments. A lot of people intentionally leave comments so that I will answer their questions or share the quirky things they have to say. So I can't stop doing it just because a handful of guys don't want to hear comments. So we're going to keep on sharing the comments, whether you like it or not. I can assure you my butt is feeling fine. I'm not butthurt about what people are saying in the comment section. I can guarantee you that. Now let's get back into what everybody's here for. That's the football. We'll talk about the Detroit Lions, 7-5 straight up, 6-6 against the spread. They've won 4 of 6 at home, but they've been downright terrible lately. They're coming off a 31-24 loss to Green Bay on Thanksgiving Day. They needed overtime the week before to beat the Giants 34-27. And prior to that, they lost 16-9 at Philadelphia. They're banged up. St. Brown has not been practicing early in the week. They've got 6 starters ruled out for this game, another 4 starters questionable. And if you look at the way this defense has played recently, opposing quarterbacks are lighting them up. Jordan Love throws for 234 yards and 4 touchdowns on Thanksgiving. Jameis Winston, 366 yards and a pair of touchdowns in the game against the Giants. Detroit has gone over in 4 of their last 5 overall. This total is high, and it's high for a reason. I think we're going to see another high-scoring game, and that leads me into what I'm picking, where I'm going to land on this game. The total is very high, and I don't want to just bet the over because quite frankly, I'm not confident that Detroit can score points. I'm more confident that Dallas can score points on this banged-up defense. I'm not that confident that Dallas can stop Detroit from scoring points. So with all that said, that's where it leads me, is the Dallas team total over 24.5. Whether or not that gets Dallas the win or the cover, I think either way, they're going to get theirs against this banged-up Detroit defense. If Jameis Winston's throwing for 366, the NFL's leading passer, Dak Prescott, should get his. And when it comes to player props, I like both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens to go over their numbers. They're both right around the mid-70s as far as their yards totals. I like them both, and I like the Dallas team total over. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you've got anything to say to me, hit me up in those comments because I love sharing those comments. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.